These are the outtake reels, right? What we were just doing.
Oh yeah.
That's all the outtakes.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm gonna backtrack. Cut that part out, maybe. Staff, because we've been there so long, talking about this just fell. Just cut the middle part out. Actually, the first opera I ever went to was in high school when my aunt and uncle gave us their seats, which were amazing seats. So I still remember that we went to go see La Traviata, and being full of teenage angst, I of course loved the tragic ending. So ever since then I was hooked. Very early on, we thought of Encore as a social club with an opera problem, and I think it does describe us very well. What I love about Encore is the sense of community that it's brought amongst people that I had never met before, who also share a love of opera. But more than just a love of opera, people who enjoy going out for a drink or for a meal together, and who can find a lot of more common ground than just opera. So the fact that opera brought us together, but still we are good friends outside of it, is a wonderful experience. So Storm the Stage is this incredible party where it actually takes place on the set at the Jubilee Auditorium. Can you think of anybody else who would let you run around on a set at the Jubilee Auditorium the night before opening night? That's the other thing that's crazy. We could have destroyed that thing so many times, but we have not. And it's a great experience because you get a chance to see the Jubilee in a way that you've never seen it before, from the perspective of a performer and not just an audience member. And just to see the green room where the stars hang out, the dressing rooms where they warm up, the wig rooms, the costume rooms, the rooms where the choruses prepare. It's such a neat perspective on something, and gives you an even greater appreciation on when the production goes off, because there's a million things that can go wrong. And the fact that it goes off is a small miracle every time. Well, that one's difficult, but I do remember very fondly, for a number of reasons, going to see Aida many years ago when I was in law school. And when the curtain came up and I saw that set, it blew me away. It was this enormous golden eagle that had its wing curved over the set, and it was just stunning. And the singer was amazing. I can't remember what her name was, but she was unbelievable. So the last scene where she and her lover are entombed in the pyramid together for their death, I just adored it. It was wonderful. And it's something that I still think about very much. I don't think Edmonton Opera has done that production since. If I had room in my backyard, I would put that set in there. It was amazing. I think the thing that's really interesting is that if you really look at the history of Italian opera, it was meant for the people. It was meant for the masses. It was a failure if you didn't come out of the theater singing one of the tunes or humming it along in your head. And the fact that it was intended to be popular, people don't seem to realize that that was the case. That's what it was meant. It was the musical theater of the day. It was the movie of the day. And I think that that aspect of it, we need to remember more, that it is meant for a broad mass appeal. Okay, so my litmus test. So I started going to opera more regularly in university when they had the Explorers Club, because that was the best deal in town to go to do the Explorers Club. And so I would go with a girlfriend of mine, and there were a couple of times where I had taken people that I had dated and it went quite disastrously. But when I first started dating my husband, I thought it was quite important for me to take him to an opera and sort of test him, see if this was gonna last or not. And I was so relieved when it was done that he was interested, and he's like, oh, we should go to another one. And actually, he was the first person who ever bought me a subscription.
Oh, man.
I'm supposed to ask about validating my parking.